Hey everyone, it's Michelle from the Vegan Hippie, and today I'm bringing to you my first craft video. I've been wanting to do this for a long time and I'm finally getting around to it. So I'm going to make this wreath, or show you how to make this wreath. I used to make these all the time, all different kinds for all the holidays, and it's really easy, and thought I would start making them again. So you're going to need some felt, and I know you're probably already thinking, well, felt is made of wool and that's not vegan. Well, that's what I thought too, but then when I looked up vegan felt, the felt that I'd been using was already vegan and I didn't even know it. So it's called, see if you can see that. Oh, I'm having a hard time getting it in there. But it's called Ecofy felt, and it's made of plastic. So that is good. That is good. And I'm going to make these little gingerbreads and these little candy canes. The stuffing I use to fill these, because they're like, see, they're puffy, they're like little pillows. The stuff I use to stuff these is made of polyester, so we're all good there. So you're going to need, to make this wreath here, you're going to need 3 sheets of green, 2 sheets of brown, 2 sheets of white felt. And this, okay, I made this pattern. I've had this pattern for a long time, and it's about, let me see, this gingerbread is about 3.5 inches, and you just take you take a piece of felt, and I use a Sharpie and just trace as many as I can on there. And then put another piece of felt on the back, pin them all together, and cut them all out. And then you have these little guys. They're really cute. And then you need to do the same thing for candy canes. I have this candy cane here. You can tell it's very old. And you're going to need to make 4 each of these. So, and just do the same thing with put this on some white felt, trace it out, pin it to another piece of felt, and cut them all out. And when you cut them out, I'll show you real quick. Alright, when you cut them out, you want to, of course, you want to make sure you cut all the black off, the black marker, or whatever color you're using. Let me see, where do I start? Oh, I start right here. Just go right inside that line there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I think you get the idea. Just make sure you get all the black marker off, or all the marker. Okay, alright. Alright, I'm going to put this aside, and then just do the same thing for the candy canes. Okay. I will leave a list of all the materials you need in the description below. For the patterns for the gingerbread man and the candy cane, sorry, I'm shooting upside down. It's my first time doing that and I'm not quite used to it. But I just kind of free-handed these, so you can find a pattern if you want online. I'm sure you can find mini patterns, and then just make your own on a piece of heavy-duty cardboard, and you can have that forever. Okay, next we will need to do, okay, I hot glue these together instead of sewing them because it's faster, and I'm afraid that if I sew the edges, the stuffing will come out, and it's just faster to hot glue it. So where did I start at the arms. No, I start right here. I started between the legs. And just flip the top piece up. Let me see if I can get closer here. Okay. And you take your hot glue gun and just very carefully put some hot glue around the edges. Now you don't want to do it all at once because it'll dry and it won't stick. So then put your pieces together. And kind of press it, and when you think you can handle touching the glue, squeeze the ends together. And you can take all these out now. And just keep going around the edge. I kind of just iron it with my finger for a few seconds, and then when I think I could handle the hot temperature of the glue, I squeeze the ends together with my fingers. I stay even. I do both sides at the same time. I don't do one whole side and then go do the other whole side because it makes it harder for some reason. Okay. Okay, and I'm not going to do the candy cane. I'm just going to show you the gingerbread man so you get an idea of it. Okay. Alright, do the side. And you'll probably get hot glue all over your fingers, but that's okay, it comes right off. You could also do like Christmas trees and snowflakes. I tried to get one done for the video, but I didn't get it done yet, and I wanted to get the video made. You can do, what else have I done? Bells and stockings, or stockings and trees. You know, it's all up to you, whatever you like. Whatever pattern you think you whatever pattern you can find would be great. And you don't want to glue a lot at one time, because it will, hot glue does dry fast. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then here comes the fun part. I'm just kidding. Have to trim all this glue. I don't know if you get to see it. Oh, there you go. We're going to cut all this off, because, yeah, it looks gross. So just very carefully, with a good pair of scissors, just trim all this off. And of course, make sure it's dry, though. But by the time you get everything hot glued together, it should be dry. I used to make, probably about 20 years ago, I started doing these. I made, oh my gosh, I made tons of them every year, and I sold them to everybody. You know, I used to do the craft show circuit, and I sold out everything I made. I sold out too. I made them for Halloween. I made them for Valentine's Day. I made them for Easter. Oh, I did snowman too. I did a snowman. What did I do? Snowman and a stocking, maybe? I can't remember, but they were cute. Okay. Alright, so let's get all this glue out of the way. And now we're going to stuff our little gingerbread guy. Oh, sorry for my table. This is my work table. As you can tell, lots of paint on there that I can't get off. Okay. We're using, it's called polyfil, premium polyester fiber fill. That's what we're going to use. They come in big bags, so they're only like $3 a bag. But I just pulled a little out. See? It's all fluffy. So you just take a little piece. I'm gonna do the legs first. And, I'm gonna use the end of my scissors to make sure it gets down in there. You can kind of use your finger to get it in there. And you gotta work at it. Okay, and then take the end of your scissors. Just stuff it towards the leg. As much as you can get in there. Without ripping the sides, of course. Okay. Let's do the other side. I'm not gonna... I already have a bunch of these made for the wreath I'm gonna show you. I'm just showing you I'm just showing you how to cut it out and glue it together and paint it, just one. Okay. And now the little tummy. And sometimes when you stuff it, you start to see more glue on the side, so just go ahead and trim it off. Very carefully though, you don't want to cut too much off or you'll get a little hole in there. Alright, now we're going to do the arms. Oh, see, there's a little hole right there. I'll fix that in a minute. You can also, I've done this too, just make these little guys. See, here's one done. So you try to see in the camera. And put a magnet on the back. And at the fattest point on the back. And then just glue a magnet on there, and then you could put it on your fridge or your filing cabinet or whatever. Alrighty. When I first started doing videos, this was what I was supposed to start doing. My craft videos. I've been crafty and artsy all my life, and I love it. And my great friend Angie told me for years I need to get on YouTube and start doing videos, and she finally she helped me do it. She set up everything for me, told me how to do everything. And I finally started making vegan videos, recipe videos this year. And I'm loving it. Yeah. Okay, so once you get the body filled and the arms, we're going to... Okay, so we still need to stuff the head, so we cannot glue the entire head closed. So I'm going to do, I'm going to glue to about here, and the same on the other side to about there. So we can leave a little opening to get the head stuffed. Okay? So do one side at a time. And then once you get this down, it might seem like it takes a long time, but once you get this down and get your rhythm going, it really does not take that long. And these sheets of plastic felt are really inexpensive too. I got mine, it was either 30, I think some places was 20, they were 23 cents. Other places they were 39 cents a sheet. So, and I don't know, I think that's really inexpensive. You buy tons of them and tons of them. And then when Michael's has one of those coupons, you get like 40, or no, 30 or 25 or 30% off your entire purchase. That's a good time to go stock up on felt. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a little hole here. Let me see if I can find that hole. See that little hole there? I'm just gonna fix that. Put some glue on there. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I had to stop for a minute and recharge my battery. Okay, So back to our little gingerbread guy. I got the sides glued here. So I think I'm going to do just a little more. The glue doesn't want to come out. Here we go. Okay. So iron gently with your fingers, or press. Okay, we're going to have to get some stuffing in here, or filling, whatever you want to call it. Just get as much as you can in there. Without blowing out the sides. You kind of want to press it down as far as you can right here because you need some space to close it up. So press down as far as you can. And then kind of hold it with your fingers there, and then put glue, some hot glue there to close it up. Now you got to be really careful right here, or you're going to burn your fingers. Okay. Alright, now let's trim it up. Just trim it as best as you can without cutting too much felt off. Okay. Alright, you think he looks good. Let me get this glue out of the way. Okay, so now we need to paint him. So just get some puffy paint or fabric paint, dimensional paint, whatever you would like to call it. And before you start painting, make sure you shake it down to help get the air out. And then squeeze some out, make sure there's no air in there. Okay. Now this is the fun part. Just 2 dots for eyes, 1 for a nose, and then a mouth. And then hair. Going backwards, it's really awkward. Okay, and then let's see, let's do the buttons. 1, 2, 3, and the arms. And it really does not have to be perfect. The whole point is to, it's like, so kids enjoy it. It's very whimsical. Okay. You can decorate it however you like. This is just what I like to do. And just set that aside to dry. That'll take several hours to dry. And then for the candy cane, let's see, I have one ready to go here. So I'm going to set this over here so it can dry. The candy cane, let me show you how I stuff it, because when you glue, let me show you the easiest way to glue the candy cane. Okay, so I'm going to take these top pins off right here. This part here, I do first. If you don't do this first, it's going to be very difficult. I learned that the hard way. Okay. So, just the same way we did with the gingerbread. A little hot glue around the edge. And then make sure that the seams, the edges are all even. And press iron with your finger. And when you think it's cool enough, press with your fingers, or between your fingers. Okay. And then we're going to there's some right here. Okay. Press and iron with your finger. Okay, now we're going to, now remember, we're going to leave the opening at the top of the candy cane to fill it with the filling. So leave about whatever you're comfortable with. About an inch, half an inch, whatever you like. And then do as much as you think you can gluing it before it dries. That is the trick. Okay. Now do a little on this side, a little on this side. Press and iron, and then pinch between your fingers. And then finish the end here. Okay. Alright, let's trim it up real fast. And just be careful not to cut too much felt off, or then you'll have holes everywhere. Sometimes if you just turn it around and do it, that helps get in the corner there. These little corners can be tricky. Okay. Alrighty, get this glue out of the way. And now we're going to fill it. With the candy cane, it really doesn't matter what side you stuff first, the short side or the long side. But it is easier to keep the opening at the top right here. There we go. Just get as much as you can in there. Okay. Alright, and just like before, you want to press this down as far as you can and hold it down with your finger so you can glue it to close it. Okay, and be very careful you don't burn your fingers. The hot glue is hot. Okay. Alrighty. Candy canes are faster to finish off there. Okay, now we're going to paint the candy cane. Just want to show you real quick. Okay, same thing. Shake your dimensional paint. Shake it down. Make sure all the paint's stick. You don't want to get air bubbles in there because that'll mess it up. And then squeeze some out on your paper. And then this is how you do it any way you want, but this is how I do it. I start in the middle here. Just make like a curve there. This is a really nice red too. This is Christmas red. Oops. It's alright, I'll cut that off when it dries. Okay. And then let's go to this side and just kind of keep going. Oop, I have to cut that off. Don't, if you have, if this happens to you where you get paint on there, don't touch it. Just let it dry, and then with a pair of small scissors, you can trim it off. I'll try and, if I can, I'll try and show you that later. I'm trying to hold this in. Okay. Right, and there's the candy cane. Okay, alright, I'm going to set this aside to dry. And then on to the next part. Okay, the next step is you're going to need 3 sheets of green. You're going to cut them into strips, about 1.5 inches or so. Cut the long way. It doesn't have to be perfect. I already did the other 2 sheets to save some time. And then, okay. And then you're going to glue all the ends together. You're going to glue all the ends together. See, I already did. This is 2 sheets. So we're going to continue with the 3rd sheet and just put a little glue there. And overlap it about 1/4 inch. That's it. And you just keep going till all the strips are glued together. And the last piece. Okay, so all these are glued. Now we're going to take, this is a 11.8 inch styrofoam wreath, or 29 centimeters. It doesn't have to be this size, but this is all I could find. I think I used to use like 10 inch, slightly smaller, but whatever you can find will work. Just might have to adjust your little pillow people or decorations that you put on there. You might have to make more, you might have to make less. Okay, so now we're going to cover this wreath. So we're just going to wrap it with the felt. That's all we're doing. So hold it right here. You don't even need to glue it. Hold it right there and kind of pull it taut. Not real taut, but, and just overlap. And just keep going until it's all covered. Don't overlap too much on the sides here, because you want to make sure you have enough to cover the wreath. Oops, sorry there. Okay. Alright, my felt strips are getting twisted up here. I gotta There we go. Okay. Look, we're halfway done. Oh, I did it again. I'm sorry. I keep hitting the side of my tripod thing, moving the camera. We're almost there. It's okay if at the end, sometimes depending on how wide you cut the strips, you don't have enough. But sometimes you have exactly enough. And if it overlaps at the end like this, that's okay. So I'm just going to cut this so cut this right there, and then we're gonna, glue this down. Just press it and ooh, that's hot. Yeah, be careful with that glue. A good tip is to have a cup of cold water on the side in case you do burn your fingers. Okay, now we're going to take rickrack and wrap it around the green. This is medium red rickrack. See right here, it's a whole package. 2.5 yards or 2.28 meters. It's a 1/2 inch wide. And we're just going to do the same thing, wrap it around. I like to start where I left off right here, but I like to go the opposite direction. So let me see if I can figure that out. Oh, that's the same direction. Okay, I'm just going to glue this down. And just kind of every inch or so, wrap it around. Just when you don't think you're going to have enough, you have exactly enough. Okay. So I just glue this end to the other end. And save this strip. We're going to use this for a hanger. Okay. And on to the next part. Okay, hi everyone. I'm back again. Okay, so now it's time to put our little gingerbread men and candy canes on our wreath. So kind of just play with it at first. See how you like them. And see how much you need to space them out so it looks kind of even. That one does not want to go in there. There we go. And I usually use just some straight pins to hold it down. Oops. Okay. You can angle them however you like. Alrighty. See, I think I have these too far apart. Maybe it's the pin that doesn't want to go in there. Sucker. Okay. Try that. Alrighty. There we go. How's that look? Good? I think so. Looks good to me. So now we just hot glue these on, really. But don't move them too much so they don't lose their spot there. And press it down for a few seconds. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, one more gingerbread person. And if you like, you can put these little snowflakes. Let me get them. I didn't put them on my table here. These little snowflakes here, you could put a couple on, like on the green, if you like. That'd be a cute idea. Okay, so now we need to do the hanger. Remember, we had this little piece of rickrack left. Excuse me. We're going to use this for the hanger. So, I'm going to take this tape off. And I'm going to turn this around. Okay, I'll make sure you can see it. I'm running out of room here. Okay. So, just put the two ends together. Hold it like this. Put the two ends together like that. Turn it over. First, glue these together. There we go. And then we're going to glue it right here. So put a little glue here. And I'm going to use my small scissors to press this down in the glue. The very hot glue. Okay, and then put some more hot glue over the top of this. And you can even put some here to hold that, make sure that doesn't come apart. We'll just give that a few minutes to dry before I turn it over. But in the meantime, remember when I messed up the candy cane? And you see that little red there? It's all dry now. So sometimes you can just take it off with your finger. Let's see if I can. I don't want to pull it too much, pull the felt off. And just cut it off. See, it's all fixed. No big deal. Just remember that if your paint does burp or you get a little boo-boo, don't touch it. Don't try to wipe it off. Just leave it, let it dry, and then try and cut it off. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to move this aside, let that dry, and show you the other one again. And how did I have this? Oh, like this. This is our wreath. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. I do plan on doing more craft videos. I'm going to try and do at least one a week. And then, yeah, I have lots of things in my head that I want to do. So, I can't remember how I had this. Like that. Why does that not look right? Okay. Please like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more craft videos. Also, I do, I'm a vegan going on 4 years now, so I do vegan recipe videos too. So if you're interested in that, and just eating healthy, you can check some of those videos out too. Not, I forgot what I was going to say. But, yeah, I hope you like this, and if you tried it out or you have any questions, please let me know. And oh, if you want, I'm going to try and figure out how I can get these patterns for you. Maybe, oh, you know what? I have a blog. Maybe I'll put them in my blog for you. So if you want them there, you can print them out from there. And that is theveganhippie.com. So, but there'll be a link to that in the video too when I get the video done. So, okay, thanks for watching. Bye.